Anakin's gone. I am what remains.
Dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Sithcast podcast, a Star Wars podcast where we talk anything and everything Star Wars. Your host, PJ the Paradox Nerd, alongside my co-host, Sean Soul, aka the man, the myth, the legend.
The legend. I'm something.
I'm like
I
this
know.
way. I'm like so disoriented with this.
I'm on the wrong side.
Always
No, it's
screwed
fine.
up.
Yeah. What's up, everyone? What's up, everyone? Welcome to a Tuesday night of Sithcast.
Yeah. I mean, we keep fluctuating. We wanted to do it on a Monday, but like Monday's like always like such a downer because it's Monday.
Yeah.
And I'm like, maybe let's just do Tuesday. I think Tuesday is like a perfect, just like a perfect day to do it. You know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like it's not a Monday, it's not a Wednesday because Wednesday is like usually hump day.
Yeah.
And when we tried doing it on Friday, and we were just like so tired. We're like, ugh.
But we did
Fridays are hard, man.
But we
Yeah.
did Tuesday last week, and it was good for us.
Yeah.
I felt like Tuesday was a nice little sweet spot.
Yeah, and on top of that, on every Friday we have Spice Runners Lounge, and I think the Spice Runners Lounge channel and the every Friday night stream is perfect because it's just so down to earth. These guys just drink. We have the host himself down here, so it's just more laid back. I think for our show, right, Sean? Like we're a little bit more structured, and we talk about different things. I think Eben does a great job of just kind of like having fun in the stream and just kind of like go into flow. Like whatever happens, right?
It's a lounge, man. Yeah, whatever happens.
Exactly. So
no drinking word tonight.
yeah, no drinking. Oh, Jesus, the Tuesday, right? Well,
I know, right?
yeah, we're lounging on a Tuesday night. We'll have a problem like on Wednesday morning. So, welcome, Eben, aka Eben the Collector, to our podcast, our stream. Thank you for hopping on and being our guest for tonight's episode. It's episode 99. We got one more.
Nice.
And I think, for our giveaway, I think we kind of teased it last week, what we're kind of doing. I'm still talking to Todd from Spec Fiction about the giveaway. So shout out to specfictionshop.com. They are the official distributor of, hold on, there you go, Iron Studios Star Wars products. So,
Nice.
if you guys are looking for Iron Studios products at a great price, please check out specfictionshop.com. He's going to be our sponsor for our giveaway. I'm trying to figure out, I'm just trying to work with him, see what he could give away out of these products. So, once I get the answer, I will let everyone know. So please check out specfictionshop.com. I got to pick Sean's brain because I kind of want to know, like, what would be the best way to do this giveaway. I think, honestly, we got so much support in the past several years in doing the show. I kind of want to just do something for the people that have supported us for a long time. So maybe someone, maybe we could do something in the Facebook group. Maybe someone post their collection, and then we'll just randomize the people's,
Yeah. And I think the best bet's to use that StreamYard picker.
Yeah.
That Eben uses, because it's so simple, and you do have to be, and it forces you to be present. You got to be present to win, because StreamYard picks it up.
I know you guys are going to give away an XM Luke.
Yeah.
It was like pulling teeth to give that thing away.
I know.
Oh my God,
and
that's an awesome piece.
It's an awesome piece. And we really want to give it to people that are, supportive and the OG viewers, right? Just because you helped us get through so many years of episodes and so much, laughter and tears and, usually tears of the sequels, but
yeah, that's true.
Sean's tears is usually Jar Jar. Those are my tears of joy, but those are
my new tears are Yaddle, and they're tears from laughing. She is
tears are
up, man.
Yeah, exactly. So
I saw you put that background up again. I was like, oh no,
we gotta get Yaddle there
when I saw that.
She's rough. She's rough.
Yeah. It's funny because she actually looks better in animated form than in. But anyways, let's address the chat and we'll dive into our first topic of tonight. We got Darth Kenobi in the house.
What's up, Darth?
Wait, Joe, where is Jose?
Jose, we're on a Tuesday. We've got him thrown way off. Jose,
but I thought I saw I peeked into the stream like a while ago. Does it erase it? Because she did say something.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't see it earlier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
We got Spice Runners Lounge. We got RMD Collective. What's up, RMD? We got Dennis Perez. We got Flex. Time to have.
What is up, Flex?
Flex.
We got Adrenaline Kenobi's Bunker. What's up, Adrenaline Kenobi?
Hello there.
Who else is here? We got Rogue Squad Garage. What's up, Rogue Squad?
Hey, I'm representing Rogue Squad.
Oh yeah, nice.
Oh, nice.
That's his shirt. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That one yesterday.
Awesome. So, let's get straight to it, man. So, let's talk about Andor. This is what episode is this? Episode 8 or 9 now?
This was 9, right?
This is 9. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we're 3 more episodes of. We got McFly. Shout out to McFly. No,
McFly.
Hello, McFly.
Hello, McFly. So let's start off with our guest, Eben. What's your thoughts are of this most recent episode of Andor?
So funny story about this episode. I watched it on my phone in the car.
Wow. Okay.
I got called into work that day, but I enjoyed it. I've enjoyed every episode so far. I know a lot of people talk about it that it's not a good show, but I love it. I thought this episode was good. It told us more about the prison.
Yeah.
Gave us some more insight on what the guys are going through, what Andor is trying to accomplish, with his breakout. Overall, I thought it was a good episode. Sirio being a creep was weird.
Oh my gosh, he's like super creepy. He was super
turned into a stalker.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was.
So I'm like, what is up with that dude?
Yeah,
dude, he needs to go. I know Jeff, aka Star Wars Addict, was talking about it last week. He was like, "Yo, if nothing happens, this guy literally needs to go." Like, there's been 4 or 5 episodes of him basically just lingering around. He's like,
and the
him
thing
and his
is,
mom, man.
Yeah, and nothing's happened.
Nope.
Yeah, because I said it a couple of weeks ago. I was like, well, I think they're keeping him around so he can kind of merge with Deidre here, their story, so they can find Andor. I'm thinking, okay, they've already met up. They've already talked. I really don't care much for that serial character. Hopefully he gets shot.
I think from the entire storyline, I think he's the weakest character out of everything.
Yeah. Yep. I agree.
Like if he wasn't part of this story, the show would be fine.
I think so too. I think it's just kind of dragging with him being part of the show, and it's not doing anything. He's literally for 9 episodes has done nothing.
He's the Vespa bike of this series.
I know.
No one likes him. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, I hope there's some huge payoff at the end. Like if he's like Grand Moff Tarkin's like nephew or something, I think that would be super cool. Or Director Krennic's like, I don't know, nephew or something. I don't know, something. Because I know his mom mentioned like he's got like an uncle that's high up in the Imperial ranks, right? So I don't know. Just something needs to happen with that dude. So
agree.
But what's your thoughts are on like, what's going on with the with this whole prison scene.
So we're seeing that the prisoners don't really understand what the end game is there, right? They think that they do their days and they get freed. So I forget the old man's name, but he has like 40 something wake ups left, and and then he gets sick, and then he passes out. They give him emergency, medical attention, and then they just take him out.
Yeah.
So then I think that's when the manager realizes, oh man, there's no way out of here, and Andor finally got to his head that something's going on, and and it all ties in with them being in a hallway, and then them doing the gang signs with each other, talking about what's going on the bottom deck. So yeah, the prisoners, I think, in the next episode are probably going to have a revolt, and
they better
escape.
Yeah, I really thought it was going to be this episode.
Oh, that was a funny comment. Cyril should brand his own cereal.
Right.
Seriously.
Cereal.
Actually, can you imagine they start selling that in Disney parks or something, like Cereal or something?
Right.
What would you give this episode from 1 to 10?
1 to 10, maybe like a 7.
7. Okay.
Yeah, 7 sounds fair. What about you, PG?
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna go over to Sean. I usually go last.
Go ahead, PJ. We're gonna switch it up. I'm on the top today, so you go ahead.
Yeah. So, all right. So for me, it's just been really, really hard to kind of like. I know it's just like a very slow pace, and like I know everyone's talking about character building and things like that, but there's so many things that like with the character building. It's cool, but I just feel like with like, for example, like Serial, like 9 episodes of character building. What are we building? We already know like he's a creep and everything, and just and just like I don't know. I'm just kind of like with him, it's just like whatever. But to be honest, I actually enjoyed this episode more than I did like last week's episode and previous ones, right? Just because I don't know. Like I felt like there was something happening with the story, like the prisoners, being, I don't know, like they are just kind of recycled over and over again. Like they'll get more in, they'll kill them off, and they get more in, they'll kill them off. So that I thought that was pretty cool, but I don't know. Something about this series, right? Like the one thing I've enjoyed about the series is like the picture of what's her name? Oh my gosh, I want to call her Grandma for some reason, but Mon Mothma, right? Like I think whenever she's on screen, like I'm really, really excited, right? And especially when she's like among like the whole Senate, like I feel like that's Star Wars. A lot of this like show, right? It's a good, like I always say, like has like that Blade Runner feel, which I like, and some of the music as well. But you know what's really missing in this show? Like it's missing aliens, right? Like is there like some sort of like thing against like putting aliens in this show? Because seriously, how many times have we the whole prison is all humans?
Yeah, that's true. I've never thought about that.
They gotta explain
it's all
that.
humans, dude. Like that's why I'm like this whole time I'm like there's something about this show that doesn't feel like Star Wars. It doesn't. Like it's cool. Like it's a cool sci-fi show, and it's very like cool and very like Blade Runner-ish, but it doesn't have the essence of Star Wars. And then I figured it out because the majority of the characters are humans. There's no alien in this. I think there was one that was sunbathing outside, right? And that's when I felt like, oh, okay. I felt like that's like something Star Warsy, right?
Yeah.
There's been a few aliens in some of the past episodes. I know in the dinner at her house at the embassy, there were some aliens.
Yeah.
But even on the Death Star in A New Hope, there were no aliens. They were all stormtroopers and officers.
Right.
Yeah. Well, in the cantina, like that was like, oh my gosh,
cool.
Like that was in the canteen in New Hope. That was just filled. That's what was just like kind of like set the tone. Like, okay, this is Star Wars, right?
Right.
So this, I don't know. It just doesn't. I don't know. It just doesn't feel. Yeah, the Empire was anti-alien.
Yeah.
Yeah, like seriously. And I don't know, maybe that's why I don't know. That's how I felt like. But every time like Mon Mothma is on screen and is among the Senate, that's when I feel like Star Wars, right? Or even like even stormtroopers. There's lack of stormtroopers. They'll like sprinkle in like some shore troopers. I mean, what's her name? The girl, the Imperial officer,
Deidre.
Deidre. All right, whenever she's on screen, it's cool. Like you kind of feel like okay, but it does. I don't know. There's something about it. I don't know. But if I had to give this episode a score, I'd give it an 8. The suspense was cool, and finding out about the prisoners just kind of like being like killed and recycled and getting more like, I thought that was a pretty cool thing. And the scene with Mon Mothma, I thought that was pretty cool as well. So yeah, I don't know, but how about you, Sean?
I like it. I mean, I do like this episode better than the last, only because I think they are gearing up for tomorrow's episode is going to be probably pretty good. Like they have to escape tomorrow. It's like
they have to.
Yeah.
Because I really thought this was the episode where they're going to escape. And it was just like, what? It's like, I know they set it up. So I still call Andy Serkis Snoke. So I know they set it up so Snoke could help him, but it took forever. Like they were like playing the long game with this older guy just so he could die. And then all of a sudden he can kind of buddy up with Cassian. And then he's, when they were walking out, Cassian's like, well, how many guards, I don't know what he said, 16, 25 or whatever. But I felt like the whole thing with the older gentleman built up just so they can kind of partner up so they can escape. But I feel like this episode was just setting up, hopefully a little more action. I do enjoy this show a lot, but to be honest, like we're on episode 9 and I'm probably getting a little antsy. I need a little, little action. I mean, it's been how many episodes since the Garrison raid?
Yeah,
I mean, I like it. It's just it does need to speed up.
It's well written and well produced, but I just feel like I feel like Disney cannot get that balance right. I mean, they did. I think they did with Rogue One, right? And I think they did with Mandalorian, but I feel like they cannot line up like the I don't know, the essence of Star Wars and like good movie making. Like they cannot line those things up. Right, with the Book of Boba, it's like it feels like Star Wars, but the acting and like the directing kind of is like, the writing kind of is like kind of ass, right? Yeah. But then here you got really good like movie producing, good sets, like good cinematography, good acting, but there's like the essence of Star Wars is lacking. Like a little bit more stormtroopers and a little bit more aliens is like, I don't know. I'm not just trying to like give us like, fan service like every minute, but something like sprinkle something where we're like, oh, cool. Like we're excited. Like the only time I get excited is like when Mon Mothma is on the Senate. I'm like,
I get excited when I see Bix, but that's just
I get excited.
That's a different type of excitement.
Yeah.
Well,
did you guys see General Kenobi Bunker's comment?
What did he say?
It says tomorrow's episode. That's great.
Goes into the unknown regions. Okay, so in tomorrow's episode, they break out. Andy Serkis discovers he's force sensitive. After escaping, he goes into an unknown region, learns a bunch of dark side and becomes Snoke in like 30 years.
There you go. The origins of Snoke.
The origins of Snoke. Actually, to be honest, like he's even said like he's just, I don't know. He wants to explore like more of Snoke. I'm like, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
But I don't know, Sean, what'd you give from 1 to 10?
I'll give a 7.5.
Okay.
And the only thing
gosh, it's like I actually scored this higher than everything.
I gave it 7.5 last week too, because this is why, like, I feel like every week we come on to talk about this and none of our opinions change because there's not a lot going on in the show to really discuss. It's we always say it's good writing, good cinematography. I like it, but there's always that but there's no action. And I feel like 9 weeks now, and we're saying the same thing over and over and over.
Yeah.
So that's starting to weigh a little bit where I'm like, man, we do need it. As much as I like it, we do need something, you know?
Yeah. It's just really and it's weird too, because now in season 2, it's going to be like time jumping, like boom, like
Yeah.
I mean, this is supposed to take place in the first year of Andor, like 1 year, like in 1 year. Like honestly, it feels like it's happening in like, I don't know. It's just been
several years,
right? Like
Yeah.
I feel like something needs to happen. And I just want to bring this up because I didn't even know that, this was a thing. Like Andor, Tony Gilroy says he's not a fan of Star Wars.
The hell?
Yeah. So, and I don't know. I was watching Star Wars Theories video about something, and then he did mention this, and I'm like, really? Like I thought he would somewhat be like a fan of Star Wars, right? But it kind of makes sense now. Like he's got like the storytelling aspect of like, like breaking out and doing all these things, but I don't know. What do you think about this?
That's probably why it doesn't feel like a space opera then, because he's more focused on the people storytelling. Makes sense now if he's not a fan.
Yeah. I mean, that makes perfect sense because he's a great writer. We know that. That's why the story's good. The actors are doing their job. But like you said, you don't have that all-encompassing Star Wars feel, mainly because he doesn't know how to portray that if he's not a fan.
Yeah. And I feel like to work on Star Wars, don't you have to be somewhat of a fan of Star Wars?
Well, yeah. I mean, look at Filoni and Favreau. They're Star Wars fans and good writers. I mean, that's why Mando is so good,
Yeah.
Except Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, the thing too, like I said, with the Book of Boba, I just feel like, I felt like maybe Favreau wrote something like real quick for Book of Boba, but there was probably another writer that was like helping like draw out the stories. But I just feel like that wasn't like Favreau's, like, you know what I'm saying? Like
it didn't feel like Favreau, yeah.
He didn't feel like Favreau. Like he kind of like gave it to Robert Rodriguez, but Robert Rodriguez I feel like he's good like with just short snippets of like storytelling. Yeah. Because if you looked at the episode where he directed in season 2, right, where he directed when Boba got his armor and everything, that was the shortest episode. If you look at all the episodes, that was the shortest one. It was like barely 30 minutes.
Right.
Such a good episode too, though.
Yeah. It was such a good episode, but it was mostly action. But then now you give him a whole series of trying to produce and direct, and you're like, doesn't translate like well.
Yeah, like, dude, like, what'd you do?
I know, exactly. So I don't know. And this is kind of like a good segue too, right? To the Acolyte. So the Acolyte is starting to film right now, and the director apparently is not like, she hasn't watched any of the Star Wars like movies or really like
that should be a prerequisite for anything.
God.
Yeah, so
bad sign.
Yeah. What's your thoughts are on something like this, right?
Man,
we'll go with Eben. Sorry.
So I didn't even see the announcement for this. I kind of saw it on the Facebook groups, but haven't seen anything on it. But I did see they got Trinity on there from Matrix, so that seems promising.
Yeah. By the way, the director is called Leslie Headland. Yeah. So
never heard of her. Yeah, but so what's the synopsis behind the Acolyte?
It's happening towards the tail end of the High Republic, right? So right before, like 200, I don't know how many years before Phantom Menace. So I'm not sure.
So High Republic, so the newer stuff then. So not even Old Republic then, huh?
Yeah, like I know Yoda's gonna be there and things like that. So it's like towards the tail end, because if you're reading like the High Republic stuff, the High Republic stuff is mostly Jedi. So Jedi's kind of like are all over the place. They're the policers of the galaxy. There's no like Sith lords or dark side users. It's mostly like pirates and all these different types of villains, but nothing where they're going like head to head with the Sith. So with the Acolyte, I feel like it's almost like an uprising of like like dark side Sith users and stuff like that. So
yeah, what does it say on Wikipedia? Let me look.
Oh, that'd be cool. Like if we see just, a utopia of Jedis and all of a sudden you start seeing the rise of the Sith. That'd be cool.
They're calling it, okay, on Wikipedia, the Acolyte is a mystery thriller that will take viewers into a galaxy of shadowy secrets and emerging dark side powers in the final days of the High Republic era.
Dope.
Yeah.
A former Padawan reunites with her Jedi master to investigate a series of crimes. But the forces they confront are sinister. Yeah, so they're calling it a mystery thriller. So this one's gonna be different. We keep saying how Andor's different. This one's gonna be really different.
Yeah, because Andor was supposed to be a mystery thriller too, right?
Yeah.
So right now there's I think there's yeah, it is a mystery. It's supposed to air next year, around August. And I think there's 8 episodes, right? So it's gonna be a TV show, thank goodness, because I don't know if I would pay to watch this. And just because I don't know, there's something about not even watching Star Wars and then being hired to write a Star Wars show.
Yeah, I mean that should be on your resume. It should say, "Dude, I love Star Wars."
I can only imagine Kevin Feige, right? Like, okay, granted, the latest phases are not as good as the first like saga, right? But like with him, I felt like he surrounds himself with people that read the comics. You could watch one movie, and like there'll be little like tiny details in that movie that you could pick out if you're a comic book fan, right? So I just don't understand why you have so much resources, but you are not hiring people that know Star Wars or love Star Wars or even watch Star Wars.
That's the disappointing part, right? Because you're right. There's so much lore out there. They can build a dream team like Marvel did, with all the SMEs, the people that know all the different comics, all these like B-level, C-level comics, and they can produce a good movie.
Yeah.
And this is what's lacking with Lucasfilm is like they're not doing that. This is a good example. There's another writer that doesn't know anything about Star Wars.
Yeah.
Who knows if they've even written sci-fi movies?
Yeah, you figured they would have a plan like Marvel did for like 10 years. Okay, these are the movies we're going to make, and this is how we're going to tie them all together.
This is how they all tie up.
Yeah. And they don't seem to get that formula.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like baffled. Like, and I don't know what Kathleen Kennedy's doing, right? And Michelle Rejwan, she actually stepped down. I don't know if you guys heard of her. She was supposed to be like the successor of Kathleen Kennedy, but I think, because I think. They were supposed to be working together and she was supposed to be in charge of all these movies, but she actually stepped down, or maybe she was forced to step down because there's no movies that's set. There's no talks about another Star Wars movie. So I don't know. Yeah. Sean, what do you think? Like that, do you feel like that's something that if you're going to get hired as a director or a writer, like you should know like a little bit about Star Wars.
You should know a little bit about it. Because I mean, even when Lucas, hired Irvin Kershner like to come in, like he didn't know Star Wars because Star Wars really didn't exist, but he had the right direction. Yeah, that's the thing. Like she may not watch Star Wars, but it's like, listen, your right-hand man or woman needs to know everything about Star Wars to keep you, so it feels like Star Wars. Like you say, Andor, now and then it brings you into Star Wars and then it pulls you out. That's because he's not a huge fan. And, I think a lot of people are putting a lot of stock in him. I mean, like you said, everything about it's good, but for this, I mean, if I'm Disney, I'm like, you got to at least know something about Star Wars, or if you don't, you better sit there for a month and study and watch all the movies.
Right. Be like, do you know who Darth Vader is?
Yes.
Yes. Can you imagine not knowing Darth Vader or not being a fan of Darth Vader? Can you imagine?
Let's pull up the Star Wars quiz. All right. If you fail this, you lose the job. And give them the most basic stuff. And if they fail it, they're out.
Because can you imagine this person is going to direct a Star Wars show, right? And then they're going to like change, like it's not like a fan. It's not like Dave Filoni, right? Like, wait, hold up. That's not how we do things here. That's not how the hyperdrive works. That's not how this works. This is not how the lightsaber lights up. This is, like you don't have that, right?
You need direction.
Yeah. It's just, there's no, and it's just like, now is this turning into just a regular sci-fi movie or what's going on?
Yeah.
Right. So I don't know. I just think that like, this is very disappointing. I'm kind of skeptical about the show, and I don't know if you guys are excited for the show or
not anymore.
He just ruined it for you.
Well, when we kind of saw the teaser at Celebration for this, I was hoping it was more Old Republic.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, it's all new.
And if it's like new IP stuff, I'm just like, I try to get into the High Republic. I just couldn't do it.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I think I'm getting too old,
Yeah, but here's the thing too. Like I get it. Like we're not the focus, right? We're not like the main audience here. But at the same time too, is that like they're not capturing any of the newer audience. At least not. I mean, from my kids, they could care less like about like the new stuff.
Yeah.
My kids care about Mandalorian. They actually love the Mandalorian show. Right? They love Grogu. And that's something like because it's directed and written by Star Wars fans.
Hell yeah.
John Favreau is a huge Star Wars fan.
That's why it was so good.
That's why it's so good.
Yep.
You could tell a difference, right? It's like, and there's on top of that, there's sprinkle it. They do a lot of fan service, but it's so like hidden in the background. Like you actually have to be paying attention to like, oh wait, that's a and so oh that's a that and that and oh yeah, that was featured in this and this, right? And Jon Favreau was the pioneer of that with the Marvel movies, right? With Iron Man, right? So he'll sprinkle like Easter eggs here and there, so that like even if you're a hardcore comic book reader, you could pinpoint, oh, that is that from this comic book, and this is from this episode, this issue. I don't know, and I think what Star Wars needs is someone like that. And to be honest, just give the keys to freaking Filoni, man. He just gets it. He's your mini Lucas. He's Lucas's understudy. Like, just give the keys to him. He'll help give you really good content that all Star Wars fans from different ages will want to see.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he will surround himself, or make sure that these projects are being headed by people who actually like Star Wars,
Yeah, even Traveling Jedi says here, we need more animation like Tales of the Jedi. I think we need more live action like Tales of the
Jedi. Amen, Sean.
Right?
Amen.
Imagine that. Be like, holy shit.
That'll be cool.
Yeah. It's just, and that feels like Star Wars, right? Like you could feel it. Like when Qui-Gon Jinn was going with Dooku to that planet, you're like, all right, like, this is familiar. This is,
I enjoy it because you're talking about familiar characters that aren't original trilogy, so you're invested in them already. And of course, we all want to. I'd love to learn more about Dooku. Let's bring in Plagueis. Let's bring in Palpatine. Like, all their stories would be great to tell. And that's the thing we always talk about. It's like they have so much research, and they have just an endless, just how do I say it? Just endless Star Wars collection of the books and the movies and the cartoon. Like you can just write about anything. And instead, I don't know what makes them think, oh, let's go ahead and do the acolytes. Like it's so out there,
Right. Jeff Sage is like, we're asking the same person that is destroying MCU to save Star Wars.
Yeah. And yeah, MCU's done.
Well, here's the thing too, is that like I think, with the MCU, right? The one thing that is lacking is the fact that I don't know. I think the TV there's too much. There's way too much, and it's
Yeah, it's
all
too much,
about
bro.
the money. They don't care. It's all about quantity and not quality.
Mm-hmm.
And I think as fans and as viewers, we got to put our foot down somewhere. We got
Yeah.
to show them like, don't watch these shows. Don't subscribe to Disney Plus, because what they want is they want um a return in their investment. And if we don't act now, we're gonna get more stuff like the sequels. And this is a another great segue of the one thing I definitely want to talk about is, hold on, there's so many. Where the heck is that? Anyway, whoops, hold on. Is okay. So basically, I think Disney was saying that, where the hell where did that go? I had that saved. I'm so sorry, guys. Oh, okay. I had so many tabs here. Here we go. Why Lucasfilm is so worried about Star Wars next movie, correct? So this is basically saying that like so for the time being, the next Star Wars film is scheduled for a December 2025 theatrical release. The previous slated movie, Rogue Squadron, won't be meeting in 2023 window and has instead been shelved. Given the current trend at Lucasfilms, the odds of a movie being ready in 3 years' time almost seems like an impossibility. It's been abundantly clear for years that the internal turmoil has stalled the film development process for the company since the completion of a sequel trilogy. This was confirmed last week when Lucasfilm SVP Michelle Rejoin, who's supposed to be taking over for Kennedy, was demoted. The producer was tasked with overseeing Rogue Squadron's development in addition to other new films, and was relieved of her duties following too many creative difficulties.
Yeah, she got demoted because she wanted to make it good.
Yeah, she was probably a Star Wars fan.
Yeah, she's
No.
probably want to make it kick ass, and they're like, no.
No, I honestly think that she was. By the way, she was handpicked by Kathleen Kennedy. I just don't think I don't know. Maybe she didn't know what she was doing. But now, 3 years removed from the last silver screen experience, Star Wars fans are itching to get back into theaters for a journey into the galaxy far, far away. That time is still a few years away at best, and not one that Lucasfilm is particularly looking forward to. I don't know, guys. I just think that it's just there's so many things happening with Star Wars right now, and I just think that someone needs to come in and save us from all this. I just think that it's all about quality and not quantity,
Yeah, but that's the problem. It's quantity right now, and it's driven by money, and that's what's hurting all the storytelling. That's what's killing the characters that we love.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then they have like so many irons in the fire right now. There's so many series, and if they try to make a movie in 3 years, it's going to be rushed.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be like what's the Last Jedi?
Yeah,
the last one. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, here's an insider saying in this next article. It goes, Puck Industry insider Matthew Baloney reported that Lucasfilm's grueling development time for the next Star Wars film is the result of a culture of fear and indecision among company executives. Lucasfilm's internal mantra for new movies is getting it right, an attitude formed after the sequel trilogy's development and production. The companies internally acknowledges that the sequels were rushed to meet aggressive release dates.
Rushed. That's the key word.
Yep.
And
the suits.
Yeah, the suits. Yeah, they spend $4 billion and they want their money right away. The resulting trilogy was something Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy elected to play safe, choosing fan service and franchise managers over creative swings. Many of the creative choices baffled Star Wars fans, and Kennedy herself has come to dislike her decisions.
Yeah,
I don't know.
When Disney bought Star Wars, all they saw was like, look how much money we're gonna make.
Oh yeah,
they didn't care about the story or Lucas's legacy.
Nope.
It's dollar signs from the beginning, and it still is, and it's showing it in the series.
Yeah.
Bobby Paycheck's getting paid.
Yep.
Yeah. From jettisoning most of the original writer Michael Arndt's ideas and essentially remaking A New Hope with The Force Awakens to freaking out and bringing back director J.J. Abrams and villainous Emperor for Rise of Skywalker. And some fans complain about Johnson's mythology busting choices in Last Jedi, choices that Kennedy enthusiastically supported right up until she didn't. A contributing factor in Lucasfilm's slow-moving development process is Kennedy's recognition that the next installment needs to be actually good. It's become a juggling act through as the movies need to be different from the D+ stuff, but also somewhat the same. That's an understanding that the Lucasfilm needs to steer that franchise away from fan service, heavily depicted in the newest wave of projects. Anyway, long story. I mean, this is definitely a good article. Definitely read it, but I don't want to take up too much time of reading the whole thing, but basically it's just saying that they messed up. I think Disney messed up. They really messed up the sequel trilogy.
The thing is, I like The Force Awakens. I thought they were on the right path with it. And then when Last Jedi came out, it was like, what? Like, this didn't even feel like any continuation of The Force Awakens.
Yeah, but it was basically, it's one of those, right? Like where, I don't know. I just wish that they bought it. They just went with George Lucas's plans for 7, 8, 9, right? They would have made a ton of money regardless, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, keep the fandom and keep people like excited for more projects.
Yeah.
The one thing with Lucas is that he's a great storyteller, but unfortunately, he's not a great script writer or producer or even directing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just think that and I think someone said about the Rings of Power. Marcel says you guys have the same complaints hardcore Tolkien fans have had about the Rings of Power, which I haven't seen myself. The Rings of Power sucked. I'm not even a Tolkien fan, and like literally, it was beautifully shot. You could tell they spent so much money, which they did. This is like the highest, I don't know, produced like show of all time. Like they spent millions and millions of dollars, but it sucked.
I only watched the first episode because my shift focused to House of Dragon.
Yes.
That one sucked me in. At first I wasn't for it, and then I started watching. I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah,
because
amazing.
guess who those producers are working with?
Fans.
Well, yeah, fans and the writer George.
The writer is a fan. He even has a podcast on collecting.
Yeah, jeez.
Yeah,
like
it's the right formula.
Yeah, and then he's working with the what's his name, the writer for Game of Thrones, George
R.R. Martin.
Yep. Yeah, George R.R. Martin. He's like helping. George R.R. Martin is directly helping these writers and producers. So it's like they could tell. He could tell them, okay, go this way, go that way with these characters. This is how it's supposed to end. That's why he was so good. If they only did that with Lucas, oh my goodness. Anyway,
I mean,
sorry.
Well, I think the original plan was for Favreau to do that, but I think they have him tied up in the business side now that they don't really have a Filoni, like how Lucas had Filoni.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have a Padawan anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, I really think, as much it's great we're getting Star Wars content, but I really think Disney Plus hurt Star Wars.
Yeah,
because
I think so too. I think Disney just hurt it in general.
Yeah.
Right from it's dollar signs, and that's all they want to do is drive this Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and to be honest, it goes for everything now, right? But for example, it is not Star Wars related, but I'm really excited for Warner Brothers, right? For DC. Just because, spoiler alert if you guys haven't watched Black Adam, but Henry Cavill's back as Superman, right? Yep. And then guess who's like heading that department is the guy who directed Guardians of the Galaxies. What's his name?
Oh, I don't know.
I know you're talking about. I can't remember right now.
Guardians. Oh my gosh.
Gunn. What's his first name?
James Gunn.
James Gunn.
And, James Gunn, and he did The Peacemaker, which I thought was phenomenal. Really? You didn't like I thought Peacemaker.
Peacemaker. Yeah, I thought you said Suicide Squad.
Oh no. James Gunn didn't do. But
he did the second Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
no,
a
Jeff.
second.
Yeah. Peacemaker was good. I take it back. Peacemaker was good.
Yeah, Peacemaker.
I love that show. I actually watched it twice.
And it took me a while to get into it because his character got on my nerves so bad, and then I was like, then it grew on me. I was like, okay.
That's how I felt too, and then I watched it twice.
I know.
Yeah, but I just think that like James Gunn, like he's being like that's what Star Wars needs is someone that is like a huge fan and just I don't know. I'm just worried about Star Wars, guys, in the future. We're getting cool shows right now, but the lack of not having a movie is scary.
Yeah.
Because that's what, to me, it's cool to watch it in my own, like, comfort of my own home. But, dude, we need to watch Star Wars in the big screen. When you see the opening crawl, you see the Lucasfilms.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
that
logo.
Feeling, man.
Yeah, I gotta feel it.
A movie,
But at the same time, like, I just don't want to be like in the same boat as like when I watched The Last Jedi, when I was like so angry when it came out of that.
I felt like walking out, dude.
No, it was rough.
Dude, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
My wife's like, don't get mad, just watch it.
I was like, I told you guys, like, I was literally in tears when I left the movie theater, and I remember the exact moment I was in the hallway. My wife turned to me and goes, "Did you like the movie?" And I said, without like even thinking about it, it just came out and said, "No, I didn't." And it hurt me so much to even say that.
Yep.
I've endured the prequels. I've loved the prequels. I've endured the Clone Wars movie. They weren't perfect movies, but they were still, in that Star Wars realm. I had
a hard time with the Phantom Menace because you think how many years before we had a Star Wars movie, and then the previews were amazing.
Yeah.
And then, no joking, the opening scene with the Viceroy and those rubber masks. They look over, and I just looked at my wife, and I was like, "What the?" And she just looked at me, and she's like, "Just, it's just starting. Let it go." And I was like, "Okay." And then, if it wasn't for Darth Maul, he saved that movie.
Yeah, but even with the the prequels, I think that, like, again, George Lucas, great storyteller, but unfortunately he's not a good producer or director. So if you really look at the whole story as a whole and how this one Sith Lord took down the whole Jedi council and the Republic just by himself, that in itself is like such a good story. Unfortunately, he couldn't really tell. I mean, can you imagine if George Lucas was writing these stories and he had Tony Gilroy, like he was like directing or like directing these movies and stuff? Like, I think it would have been such a great like trilogy,
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's just concerning, and I really hope that they find the formula. I mean, they have it. They just gotta go with it.
Yeah, I really hope Ahsoka's good.
Yeah, and the formula is the Mandalorian.
Yeah, and I don't know. I'm worried about that too. Like, we joke about Grogu and getting a backpack and all that, but dude, I just have it. I'm not even joking. I really think it's going to happen, and when I see it, it's really going to make me shut it off.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I'm gonna break my TV if I see that.
Yeah, that's gonna be not good.
Grogu was cool as a mission, but then that became the story.
Thank you. And then even I didn't like it when the armor was like, "Oh, you're his daddy" or something. I'm like,
"Oh yeah," I was like,
"What? No, he's not. He's a kick-ass bounty hunter. He's not a dad."
Yeah,
right.
I just think that if it's because they probably forced like Favreau and Filoni.
Well,
I just think that
Grogu's money.
Grogu's exactly.
Why do you think he's green? He's the color of money.
Yeah. The color of Bobby Paycheck.
Exactly. But I don't know, man. Even with Marvel, right? Like, I'm gonna watch Wakanda Forever on Thursday. I'm kind of like scared about that movie just because I feel like this latest like slew of like MCU movies hasn't been that great. So
no.
This phase of MCU is disappointing, man.
No. Black Adam was surprisingly like a fun watch.
I haven't seen it
Yes.
yet.
I saw it last week. It was, you know, what was good about it? It was actually humorous, but it wasn't forced.
Yes.
And two, I didn't know much about the character, so I had no expectations for it. So, you know, that made it just easier to where I didn't have to nitpick it. So I
need to
enjoyed
this
it.
weekend. When
Yeah,
everybody's getting COVID watching Wakanda, I'll go watch Black Adam by myself.
I know.
Yeah, but it's cool because if you actually look at the Rotten Tomato score for the viewers, it was high, but obviously
wow.
it was low for the critics, right?
No.
It's a popcorn movie, and to
Yep.
be honest, Star Wars is a popcorn movie. Like, you know, like it's never meant to be like super serious and winning Academy Awards. You know, it's just, you know, that's the essence of Star Wars, and that's how I always look at Star Wars, right? You know, but I don't know. Hopefully, like I said, you know, we get to that point where we find the right formula and we could just all enjoy Star Wars as a whole. All right, so let's talk about one more news, right?
That sad note.
And some more sad notes. The Disney Galactic Cruiser a fail.
I saw that, dude.
What's going on here? I don't know.
It's awful. Yeah.
Eben, what your thoughts are on that?
So Galactic Cruiser, I agree it's a fail because they spent all this money on this hotel that nobody really was even asking for. But the focus is a different Star Wars that we don't know. It's all, sequel stuff. The price is insane.
Yep.
It's not, for 3 days and 2 nights paying over $6,000 or whatever it is.
Yeah,
ridiculous. And then you go in there and then the drinks are like $30 each.
Oh, geez.
It's insane.
They should have included the drinks. I'm
you
telling you.
And you only get in the park half a day, right? It's like,
yeah, you get one, like half a day. One of my buddies was there last week, and he was saying by the time you get there, they give you an itinerary. You're so busy, you don't even get a chance to enjoy it because you have to go participate in all these games and Easter egg hunts. And it didn't sound like he had a good time.
Yeah.
So do you think they're going to cut the price after they
I hope
see
they do. I think if they cut the price, they'll probably get more people in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how much though? Like, how much is it? 5,000 for like 3 days, 2 nights, or something?
I think if you're a family, it's around 4,500. But if you're like going with friends, it's like $6,000.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's weird how they do it.
Too much, man. It's way too much. I'd rather go to Hawaii.
Yep.
Yeah.
For that price.
And Flex says no pool either.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can take a Disney cruise, pay less, and have a Star Wars theme on a Disney cruise, and you have more fun.
Yeah.
It's original trilogy.
And free food.
Yeah.
You know? And exactly. Original trilogy. But I don't know. What how can they fix this, Eben? Like, I know you live close to Disney and you go to Disney a lot. You're a season pass holder, correct?
Yeah.
How can they fix this?
Yeah, they're gonna have to like rotate the storylines out. Get rid of just having Rey and Kylo fighting on the ship. Rotate the First Order out of there. Put some stormtroopers. Do some original trilogy stuff. Mix it up. Do some prequel stuff. Do some original trilogy stuff. Make it where different people want to go. Because right now they're just focused on the sequel fans, and sequel fans don't have money right now. They're still little kids.
That's what Traveling Jedi just said. They should make the Star Cruisers and Galaxy's Edge a split of the prequels, the sequels, and the OT.
Yeah, absolutely. They just need to like mix it all up. It's all Star Wars. Do something different every time you go on a voyage.
Yeah.
It's almost like if I win that anyone actually did anyone win that $2 billion like lottery?
Yeah, and Kelly, someone did win it.
Oh, did they? Damn.
Yeah, it was one person that won it too.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
If I was that person, I would go to Disney and be like, yo, let's change this. I don't know.
Yeah, after taxes, you get $50,000.
Right.
I know.
I think it's going to be hard for them to recover from this. They've already lost a lot of money on this investment. They need to do something. They need to appeal to a larger audience.
And the thing is, when they announced it, this thing kind of came out of nowhere. Like, oh, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna make this hotel.
Like, who wanted this?
Yeah, but even when you watch the trailer or the commercial for it, it was like unappealing.
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay, this captain is just painted blue. I don't know what alien she is, right? She looks like it just didn't like attract me. And I watched a lot of like YouTubers videos and stuff. And even with that, I'm like, for $5,000, this is all you're getting? Like,
and a lot of them are going there for free to promote it, and they won't say nothing negative about it either.
Oh yeah, they can't. They probably signed a contract saying that they can't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with Jeff. I blame it on Kathleen, and like seriously, like I just think that the sequels really. I mean, but at the same time too, is like I really feel bad for the cast members. But I think something like this kind of has to happen to kind of like slap Disney in the face and say, listen, you guys better shape up. You know, you guys hold like two of the best IPs ever, Marvel and Star Wars, right? Like you gotta like, give us some good content, you know, for us to be excited to go to these expensive, like, trips. I don't know. Sean, what's your thoughts, man?
Yeah, I mean, 100% they have to lower the price. I mean, you're just going to have to go quantity over quality of people to just get them in and get them out, because $5,000 for this is ridiculous.
But how much, if you're saying lower down the price, but how much do you think it should be?
Family of 4. I mean, at least I would say $3,000, $3,200 for a family of 4. I mean, honestly, at this point, you're going to have to give it away, but you're going to have to give it away to get people going to this,
I think it should be like $500 a night.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I honestly think that's the way to go. You're not including drinks.
Right.
Well, that's another thing. Yeah. Like you can include at least the meals, at least give you one dinner a night or something.
No, the meals are included, but even
are they?
Yeah, it's just but even then, 3,200. Like I'd rather take a what Evan said, like a cruise.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
It's still a lot. I was trying to be generous, considering they still have to pay all those employees they've got standing around.
Yeah. I was gonna say, go ahead. No, sorry.
I think what I heard was they're gonna like limit the number of employees now and shut down some meal services as well.
Okay.
Because they don't have enough people on the cruise.
Yeah, man.
That's a shame too, right?
It really is.
For those workers, right? Like that got hired. Like I'll be sad. Hopefully they get rerouted to the parks or something.
Right.
But,
at the end of the year, they're definitely going to change their business plan, because they're going to be like, well, this didn't work.
Yeah, you got to.
Oh, did you just send me something, Evan?
Yeah, I sent you the one of the bar menus. That my buddy was there and was taking pictures of it. And look at the prices on that stuff.
Holy moly! A glass, $12 for a glass of wine.
$29 for that yellow label.
Bad Motivator IPA, $14. Holy moly!
Wow.
Yeah, he was like, the prices are insane. You're gonna have like a couple of drinks, you're gonna spend a couple $100.
Man, good thing I don't drink.
But still, like,
that's a lot.
That's a lot.
Well, the soda's $8, so it's like that's where they'll get you.
Wait, the sodas are?
No, I'm joking, because these are so expensive, and for the non-drinkers, I resort to soda, so then it would be like $8 soda.
Yeah, they better do something. I honestly, now here's another question for you guys. Now, if they changed it to say something like the Mandalorian themed, right? Like, say, would you pay that price for the Mandalorian theme type of,
like a Mandalorian experience?
Yeah.
Nope.
Not $6,000 or whatever it is.
Nope.
Yeah.
You know how many statues you can get for $6,000?
I know.
And then you'll have those as long as you want them, versus like a 3-day weekend.
I know.
You can actually get like one of PJ's Queen Studios.
Yeah, you get a nice bust.
Half bust and and a statue.
Oh yeah,
I know.
yeah,
Seriously.
$6,000. Even if it was OT, $6,000 is too much.
That's like a
a
Chewbacca
lot.
bust and
Hell
a
yeah.
Yeah, dude,
and a
right?
Rancor. And a
There you go.
Rancor.
Jeez. Yeah, something's wrong. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah. No, I just think that like, I don't know, it's just way too much. Way too much. And I'm not paying $6,000 to be surrounded by sequel stuff.
No way. Not at all.
Yeah,
Can
right.
you imagine? I hate the sequels, but I'm going to the Galactic Star Cruiser for $6,000.
Right.
No way. I mean, going to like Galaxy's Edge is already like, is hard because mostly sequel stuff, but at the same time too, there is some original trilogy stuff in there, like the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, because it feels like Star Wars when you're in there.
Yeah, it feels
Right.
like Star Wars, right? Like, even with the lightsaber building,
Yeah, that's awesome.
that doesn't have to be like sequel. You could tune out the sequel stuff.
Oh yeah.
But at the same time too is like you don't have to pay $6,000 to get into that park. So
Right. And the bad thing is you pay $6,000 and they have The Last Jedi on loop. Every hallway you go, The Last Jedi's playing.
Gosh, can you imagine? I would leave immediately.
It's like they're trying to brainwash you into liking it. Subliminally, your eyes start spinning. It's like,
oh
That's
my gosh.
funny.
This speaking of spinning,
jeez. Yeah.
give it the twirl of But anyway, yeah, I just think that they should lower the price. I think $1,000 for like a family, for 3 nights. I think that would be perfect. I think 1,200. I think that would be the sweet spot, right?
Still decent. 1,200. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I would do that.
I think that's doable. I think at this point they have to. No one's gonna stay there. I think you got a lot. The 2%ers staying there.
Yeah.
So or the 1%ers. The Jeff Bezos of the world.
Yeah, they made it too exclusive.
Yeah,
They really did. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so enough of the bad stuff. Let's talk about the good stuff. Star Wars bounty pickups. Let's go to Eben.
Yeah.
What you got?
Well, I guess this is the closest thing I can reach. So Jeff,
That's what she said.
So Sean's been on our show before, and he knows like after the show, we just sit there and end up buying stuff because other people start showing things.
Oh shit! What is?
So Jeff Sage found this online. It's Engineering and Empire.
Oh, that's cool. The Kenner.
Yeah. So it has, like,
Snap!
the Kenner
nice.
engineers, the toy makers, a lot of stories, a lot of different toys, things that didn't make it. Very, very good stuff, man. You see like concepts and
That's cool.
Oh wow!
Hey,
Cool.
have you? Oh, sorry to interrupt. I was going to ask you, did you ever watch the Toys That Built America on History?
Oh
History
yeah,
Channel?
dude. With
Yeah, that's
the
cool.
Jordan Hembrow show. Yeah.
Yeah, or it's I don't. Jordan's not the main host. I think it's just kind
He's one of the producers, I thought. Yeah.
Oh, okay, he is. Yeah, because I just started watching them. I started streaming them, so I've been playing catch up this past week, and I ran across the one with Kenner. It was really neat though.
And then one of my San Diego or Anaheim celebration exclusive showed up. I'm actually doing this as a giveaway on the show.
Oh wow!
I like
that's nice. That's a nice.
I like that one. Yeah,
that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
And then it's been over a week, but you guys saw my my Ewok that Joel made?
Yeah, my buddy.
Yeah.
You had me singing My Buddy at work.
No, I actually haven't seen it.
Oh, let me go grab it real quick. I'll be right back.
All right. Well, he gets that. Sean, any recent Star Wars bounty pickups?
I only got one small little thing. I got it it's a light switch off Etsy.
Oh shoot, nice.
Because I'm going with the whole wall theme here.
Yeah.
That's
gonna look sick.
Yeah, Etsy.
Need one of those.
Yeah, because this is for the rocker switches, and they have the toggle.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Etsy's got some good stuff, man.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's all acrylic.
Oh, jeez.
I've got
they probably 3D printed that too, right?
Yeah, it's all seamless. Looks like it was done in pieces.
Shoot!
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah, he made me a Wicket too. That's in the mail.
Oh,
Damn,
did he?
Joel Haas,
dude, he kills it.
Yeah, he does.
Kills it, man.
And
look at that. That's so much better than the Hot Toys.
And what's crazy? That's on an American Girl doll.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he takes the American Girl doll and just destroys it and builds Ewok.
He makes it better.
Yeah.
He makes it better. Yeah, dude, it looks great.
So you're trying to say, Eben, you're collecting dolls?
Collecting dolls. We all collect dolls if you have Hot
we
Toys.
do.
I know, right? I'm surrounded.
We were surrounded by. Oh, that's awesome. Though, damn, that looks good, man.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the Wicket.
That's good, man. Yeah, Joel Hazy is a freaking.
Yeah, he's awesome, man.
Yeah. So, well, any
Anything
other?
Oh, go ahead.
Anything else?
No, I think that catches me up.
Mhm.
I
Did
should
you
have
pick up
some other things showing up this week?
Did you pick up those sabers? The Revenge of the Sith?
I'm to be honest, I'm done with Disney Sabers.
Really?
Yeah, it's more another one of those things. It's just a cash grab for Disney.
Yeah.
They got rid of the pass holder discount on it, so that pissed me off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that, and then you live there, so you're constantly going to Galaxy's Edge. I know you were just like, yeah, I'll grab it.
Yeah, I got almost all of them. I think
Really?
the only one I didn't buy was Dooku because I have a Master Replicas Dooku.
Right.
Yeah. Damn. Oh, the only reason why I bought mine was because it's Revenge of the Sith. I don't know if it makes any noise or anything or sounds.
It should.
It should. I just got mine in today, so I haven't.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So you got the one with Dooku and Qui-Gon, right?
No, the
Revenge
the
of the Sith
Anakin
one,
and
yeah.
Oh, you got that one, the other box,
yeah.
The D23 exclusive.
Was it a D23 exclusive?
It was, and then they sold it at the parks for a little bit.
Oh, okay. The one with the Battle of the Heroes?
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
It's the box with the
red and black
sabers.
Box. No, this is the one that has the red and black.
The red and black?
Oh, there's another box?
Yeah, the Revenge of the Sith one. You haven't seen it?
Wait, I thought you saw it.
I think I saw that one. That's the one with the two sabers on. Yeah, I seen that one.
Yeah.
That one, that one sold out like quick.
Yeah. The only reason why I picked it the only reason why I picked this up because I woke up in the morning and I checked my my Facebook, and then Josh Pence actually said something about this. He posted it, and then I was like, wait a minute, that's the Battle of the Heroes. That's from Revenge of the Sith. So it's Kenobi and Anakin saber. So I'm like, I'm not missing out on this one, because I missed out on the so.
Yeah, Josh posted a video today. He got it.
Oh, he got it?
Yeah.
I think everyone should getting it.
Wasn't that the Disney Plus exclusive if you're a Disney Plus subscriber?
Yeah, the Disney Plus. And
that's
then
what the email had said, yeah.
And then they also had a stock of the Ahsoka sabers, which sold out, obviously. Well, I didn't have money for I was like, I could get that, but my wife would destroy me. So. Yeah, so she's like, what? No. Yeah, so I had to hold back. So I think
I'm just sticking with Korban for my sabers.
Yeah. I think Sean, you got the Korban, right?
What do I have? Korban. Let's see. I got Roman props. I got 89 sabers, KR sabers. Mm-hmm. I don't have a Korban saber actually.
Oh, okay.
I just ordered a Roman's prop ESB Luke hilt I'm just basically replacing my old one and getting a better one.
Nice. Nice. You know what? I guess if it counts, I did order a C-3PO bus from Korban.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Oh, nice. They're selling a bus
Saturday.
Too?
You got to know a person to get one from him.
Yeah. I saw pictures of it this week, and then I was like, I just don't know if I'm going to have the room.
Yeah. So we didn't know they were selling them, and Jeff in our of course again in our after show, he's like, hey, did you see Randy is selling C-3PO parts? And I was like, what? So I reached out to Randy that night and I was like, hey man, I heard you're selling C-3PO bust. He's like, yeah, but they're not on the website. I'm like, so I want to buy one.
Yeah, exactly. I don't care if they're on the website. Sell me one.
So yeah, he put it up for me and Scott Berry, and I don't know if it's still up, but he hooked it up for us.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, nice.
Man. Yeah. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited. He said about 2 weeks, so I'll make sure to let you guys know.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, man,
Thanks,
on your
man.
Star Wars Bounty pickups. So, yeah, some awesome ones, especially that C-3PO bus.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that was a
So,
surprise. I was like, yes, because I've been going after one of those for years. Because when
Yeah.
the sideshow one disappeared,
yeah,
it's hard to get now.
yeah, I know. That's why hopefully, yeah, it's I would like to get one eventually, but I don't know. I'm like tempted to. I really want a C-3PO like statue. Well, the one that Sideshow has, but that's I don't know. It's just way
Like
too
a full
expensive.
size, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, eventually, hopefully, I one day in my collecting career, I journey that I'm able to pick up like a life size statue of like maybe the Han Solo in carbonite or I don't know
Nice.
Boba Fett or something. If I was gonna pick one, I'd probably try to get the Han Solo in carbonite.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a
I had
dope
a
piece,
chance,
man.
but the person sold it already, so he was local
Damn.
in town.
You need to get a
So
car loan for that one.
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, should I get my son a used car, my oldest one a used car,
It's like
or
Han
Han Solo
Solo.
carbonite?
five payments of $800 each or whatever it is.
Yeah. You're like,
I know.
okay.
Oh, sounds like a deal.
Yeah.
So, well,
Yeah.
hopefully one day I'll be able to own
Goals, man.
one.
Hashtag
Yeah,
goals.
when I win hopefully for the next lottery.
There you go.
All I need is $1 million. That's it. So seriously, that's all I need. So, all right. Well, Sean, you picked up that from Etsy. Any other recent Star Wars Bounty pickups?
No, I called Regal Robot called me back today about the Emperor's Throne chair. So
Yes.
they said they'll be shipping the first or second week of January. So I'm probably going to pre-order it tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Which one are you going with?
The armchair with
The
the
executive or
yes, or it's not
or
the
the-
one with the casters.
okay, so you're going with the static one that doesn't have
Yeah.
the wheels. Yeah.
Yeah, it just has that solid base on it.
Nice.
Yeah, because it's a little bit bigger, and then I'm not. It's going to be in a carpeted room, so the wheels wouldn't do me any good. So
Right. You can still push it around with the carpet.
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna like it, dude. It's fantastic.
yeah, and just the aesthetics alone in this room now that I'm really working on it, it's going to look awesome. And then I think this weekend I'm gonna start taking a couple of these detofs down. I'm gonna start putting the bestas together.
Did you get it?
Nice.
You got them, right?
I got the bestas. They're sitting in the garage. I got the lights for them this week.
Oh yeah.
nice.
I'm
Which
actually.
lights did you go with?
They were just like there's some puck lights off Amazon that are dimmable and they're like daylight. So
Oh, nice.
So I'm gonna probably I'm just have to see how bright it is and just kind of mess with it. So I got that, and then I'm working on because I built a wall behind me. I don't know if you can see these little accent pieces here, or like just
I was
these.
about to ask what that was.
Yeah. So like those gray panels with those little right there. So I painted a bunch of those. So I'm making some of those, and those are going to go on this wall. So I'm going to have it where it all kind of blends in. And that was one reason I ended up buying this light switch. So, and then I've got the R2 ceiling fan, the Death Star wall closet door. So it's going to come together nicely. I'm excited.
Literally everything in that room is Star Wars.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah. That's
Awesome.
that was one reason I want to do the Emperor's chair. It's like I had a black recliner in here. I'm like, nope, that doesn't look right. And then even like I said, the curtains were bothering me. So I got rid of the curtains, and that's all this wall is behind me. It's just hanging above where the curtain rods were, and it just covers up that window. So yeah, I've been more excited about getting the room together than buying anything. I'm just like,
That's cool, man.
yeah. So.
Well, again, we always talk about Star Wars Bounty pickups and what you got recently, but it's not all about that. Sometimes it's all about like putting your collection together, and just having a nice room. What I've been noticing too is that I watched some YouTubers, some of their collection updates, right? And what I really feel like claustrophobic is when a collector has so many either statues or hot toys all like lined up, and that's just me. Maybe that works for them, but it's just like kind of like closed in. And I appreciate a room like Eben's or Sean's room where it's like well thought of and it's quality over quantity. I just think that and Jeff also, Star Wars Static 77, his collection room is nice. Where it kind of flows.
You got to let it breathe.
Yeah. And it's just one of those things when you have too many things, to me, it's just like I'm like, oh, like you can't appreciate each piece, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like it just gets lost in the.
People always ask me like, why do you only have like one statue in the best? I'm like, what? Why do I want two?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're crazy.
Yeah.
You're gonna take away from it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Too. And it's that's where I'm heading to my collection. That's why I post up some pictures of things that I'm like letting go in terms of my hot toys, because it's just I got way too much. Just way too much. And as cool as it is, and as great as they look, and so hard for me to let go. I just sold Scott. Actually, I'm not gonna say anything. I sold Scott a hot toy, right? I know it's supposed to be a surprise,
Sweet.
but anyway, it was so hard for me to let go. But at the same time, too, I'm just like, what's my focus? Like, I want something where I'm like, I'm super happy with it. Like the way Sean's happy with his Chewbacca bust, or it's just one thing. And I'm like, that's it. Just one representation of that certain character is all you need, right? So I don't know. That's just me. And that's where I'm like kind of like heading towards in my collection right now. I'm like selling. I'm selling majority of my hot toys, right?
Honestly, once I sold most of that and got out of hot toys, I'm not going to stop buying. If something comes out and it's special and it connects with me, I'm going to buy it. But now I don't feel the need to feel like I got to keep up with everyone, and I don't have like 10 pre-orders. Like, it is such a relief.
It is,
right?
It really is. Like right now, I think I only have like 2 things on pre-order. I've got 2 statues I'm paying for. That's it.
Yeah,
that's it. It's so nice to breathe.
Yeah, it is. But don't get me wrong when it comes to deals.
But it is. But it does, like, it's going to feel good just to sit back and just enjoy what I've got. Yeah. Where I don't feel like I got to just keep going and going. Because then it got to the point where they were coming out with so many hot toys. I felt like I had to get rid of some to bring in the new. And then I didn't want to get rid of these, the ones that you'd have to replace. So
Hot Toys got out of control, man. They're like Disney, dude. They're just pumping out stuff now.
Yeah, they really are.
But everyone, to be honest, everyone's been getting out of control. There's so many studios, Queen Studios, Infinity Studios, Darkside Collectibles, this and Studio, this. It's just way too many things and way too many people pumping out so many things. It's just, I think the consumer can only take so much, just like with the shows. It also translates to collectibles. There's only so much a consumer can buy. When they have to pump the brakes and go, like, wait a minute, like, this is getting out of hand.
Yeah.
So, and that's where I am right now. Just one of those where I'm just gonna be just focusing on like the things that like make me really happy, and just like the best representation of a certain of that character. So
yeah.
So
heck yeah, man, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, like stuff like this makes me happy,
Dude, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Like I got a bunch of stuff that I've commissioned from Joe on this wall that you guys can't see, but it's like it's not licensed, He made it, but it reminds me of like when I was a kid, like this dioramas he made.
Yeah, I've got to hit him up to make Hoth Luke for me, because this diorama here, the Wampa one above me, I'm 3/4 of the way done. I got the most of it, the ceiling and everything still in the garage. I'm working.
Isn't it badass, dude? When you see it,
dude, it's sweet.
Hell yeah! It makes you feel like a kid again. You're like, holy shit! This is
yeah. I love that Wampa. He killed it on that Wampa. That's why I was like, I'm making a diorama for it. Honestly, it's probably my last diorama I'm making too. So it's like, they're hard to sell. I think I posted up in your group, like, should I even sell this or just box it? Because I'm getting ready to tear everything down in these detoffs, and I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 4 dioramas here. I'm like, I can't sell them. I've got stuff on eBay. They just no one wants them. And I just keep lowering the price. Well,
it's just the market right now. It's flooded,
dude.
It's flooded. Yeah,
it really is.
I'm like, I post some stuff for sale. I'm like, Oh man, I'm probably gonna take a big hit on these figures, right? Just because like I'm looking at on the buy sell trade groups, I'm like, oh my gosh, people are just unloading on their figures, right? So
Yeah.
it's just one of those two. But like I feel like now's the time for me to just unload it, just because I can't. I just don't want to just be free of it, you know?
It feels good.
Yeah. So I just kind of wish I did it sooner and not later. But
Yeah.
but yeah, no, I just think, you know, like I said, like it's not always about picking up something, but it's all about, you know, curating your collection. And that's what we try to promote here too. As for me, I got those sabers I talked about. Actually, I'm so sorry, Sean. Were you done?
Oh yeah, I'm done.
I
Yeah.
think you said you were done, but I forgot. Like I was like,
Yeah.
oh wait, did he say he had more?
No.
But yeah, for me, really not much. I got those sabers, right? From Disney, the Disney Plus exclusive. I think that's it. I really didn't get much in terms of products. So I'm just kind of like saving my money towards the end of the month for some some deals. Hopefully I
Yeah.
could score some deals on products I've been eyeing.
Black Friday. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Sideshow has a sale going on that whole week, so hopefully just some really good sales. I think Regal Robot says that they're going to have some sales as well, so I'm looking to pick up some
$5
furniture.
off.
I know.
It won't
Like,
be on
what?
their custom furniture. I know that.
Oh no, probably not. But
No, they never do it on that stuff.
Nope.
yeah. And I think yeah, that's basically it. But I am looking to pick this up for some stuff that I'm looking to pick up. And they just Sideshow just announced the Probe Droid.
Great price on this too.
Yeah, man.
Well, some people were saying it wasn't. I don't know,
dude. Compared to the price of the MIC one with
I paid like $1,200 for mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just kind of like, I thought it was a decent price because it lights up and it makes noises, right? So the only thing it's lacking, it doesn't spin,
yeah.
Right? But it would be cool if it did.
I do like the light up feature though.
Yeah,
that is cool.
The light up feature.
Yeah, it'd be cool if the head spun around. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but then I might get dizzy. I'm like, oh my god, stop spinning!
Or if it make the noise.
Yeah. But the one thing that's disappointing is it's AA batteries. So.
It does say audio effects, light up feature and audio effects. So it does. Oh, dude, that's cool.
Yeah. So, anyone? Well, I know you guys have the MYC version, right? Are you guys looking to pick this up, or am I?
Nope, you're the only one.
Oh, the only one. Yeah. Well, I didn't pick up the MYC, but I did pick. I'm definitely picking this up because I definitely need this in my collection.
I love the MYC one, man.
Yeah.
I like the paint job. I like everything about it. I know some people are hating on it, and I was like, what are you talking about?
Dude, there's nothing to hate on that thing. It's friggin' awesome.
I know Michael put a lot of work into doing the research on the coloring and the design on it. He did a good job.
But if I didn't get that one, I would definitely get this one.
Oh, absolutely. If MYC wasn't offering this stuff, definitely. But who would have known that Sideshow would be pulling this out?
I know.
I don't know. I think, especially with the price point you're telling me, guys, like I think, compared to what I think Sideshow looks like they're trying to do some stuff that other, unlicensed companies are doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're probably seeing it.
Yeah, they hear the chatter and they're like, all right, we got to do a probe droid.
I'll be mad if they come out with an ATST because I got one of those on order.
Me too. You got the big one though, right?
I got the big one, yeah.
Yeah, I got the smaller one on order.
Yeah. So, well, again, all depends, right? I don't think Sideshow has the license for the Star Wars vehicles. I think it's EFX, right? I'm not sure.
For which one?
For vehicles?
For vehicles?
Oh, for vehicles?
Licensed
I think it is EFX, and I think Gabe and Michael had the guy on Collection Wars a couple of weeks ago. It's probably been like 2 months ago now that was talking about that.
Did they say anything they were going to do anything for?
So, I know after Brian Ono passed, they were trying to work like how they're going to like handle those licenses, and he said that they did have a lot of stuff in the works before Brian passed away.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to it because it's been a while. I know they I think in Chicago, EFX had a bunch of vehicles out.
In New York Comic Con in 2000, in 17 they had the ATST, with the like a dead like Ewok on the base. So
Oh, nice.
I'm just like, I just don't trust them anymore. I think a lot of collectors have the same feeling just because they haven't pumped out anything, All right,
Yeah.
cool. We have this like a pin, right? But besides that, they really haven't shown anything, So, I really hope that they get back on track, and hopefully
Hope
they give.
so.
Yeah, I'm rooting for
Yeah.
them,
Yeah,
and
me too. I love EFX, even though
Yeah.
they take forever, but
yeah,
Sideshow had some good sales on their PCR helmets too.
yeah.
oh, nice.
It's
Well,
like 300 some bucks.
That's
yeah.
good,
Well,
man.
if the Boba Fett goes on sale, count me in.
I thought Gabe said he got the EFX Boba Fett one recently, and I thought he said he got it on sale.
Oh, you did?
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Well,
I
I'll
think-
wait for it on Black Friday.
Yeah, Black Friday. Yeah, that's the day.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, I'm definitely picking this up. I'm looking to add that to my collection. But they're really pumping out a lot of stuff, man.
Is there an
Sideshow?
open edition size on that one, or do they have an
Uh,
ES on
20,000.
it? Right. I
Well,
know.
it says to be determined.
Oh,
If it's
yeah.
875, it's got to be big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least
So
5,000.
yeah, I'm not sure. I guess it all depends on how many people pre-order it. So
Yeah, true.
so yeah, it looks like they have they're gonna have an edition size for it. Here's another one released by Sideshow. This is the art print to go with the premium format.
Yeah, that looked badass.
Looks pretty cool. And what are you, Eben? Are you getting the premium format?
I just canceled it the other day.
Oh, really?
What?
Yeah. Because I got it, and then I was thinking about it. I was like, I don't like this show. I don't like the way it's portrayed.
But this is from The Mandalorian.
Yeah, I try to convince myself it was from the Mandalorian.
But it's
And I was
badass
like-
though. Just the pose.
I was like,
this
this
yeah.
is the new Boba Fett. I'm like, But the only pre-order I did keep was the Ahsoka and the Vader mythos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna get probably both of those.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna wait though, and just whenever it comes in stock, get it. I don't care about the number.
Yeah.
Yeah. The artwork is cool. I just don't know, man. The Book of Boba Fett is like, like this Boba Fett in general, the way it looks. I'm just like.
Speaking of artwork, Bottleneck they've got some stuff coming out tomorrow.
Yeah, I was just gonna go there. Hold on.
Oh, nice.
Great segue. So, Bottleneck is gonna release this. It's by Flory and Tedeschi Trucks.
Dude, love
the Star Wars prequel trilogy. So yeah, I am definitely picking this up.
Dude, I love the Tatooine one. That's dope, dude.
Yeah, I like the Revenge of the Sith one. That one's bad.
Yeah, that one's dope too.
Dude, this is, if I could hang just the prequel stuff, this will be it, man.
What size are these? Did it say?
Hold on 1 second. Where does it say? 12 by 24.
Okay.
A set is $115. Well, this is for the, I guess, this variant version, right?
Mhm.
It's screen printed, and this is the wait, where's this one?
Right? Oh, they've got the black and white.
Yeah. For the set also is for the 115 for the the regular colored one.
Yeah.
No, but count me in. Count me in. Anyone else in for this?
Oh, I'm in, dude.
Are you? Yeah.
Hell yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I'm in.
That's my problem. I don't know what to do with
storage.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm hanging these up. These
right in the portfolio.
Yeah, this is worth hanging up, man. Because if I could if you could just kind of this makes, because to me the prequels is always, this whole saga, Skywalker saga, is all about Anakin, and right, this is portraying Anakin right now at his best, like the prequels right here, with him in the Phantom Menace, him in the Beggar's Canyon, well, it's not Beggar's Canyon, but in Tatooine, and him in Revenge of the Sith against Obi-Wan and Mustafar. I don't know, man. I'm in. I am so in. Setting my alarm clock.
Now, was this artist going to do like the prequels, the OT, and the sequels, like 3 different?
Oh, he did he did them already. So
okay,
let me hold on. Where's let me look for it. Yeah, but he did the original trilogy one already. So let me share his Instagram.
Felipe.
What's up, Felipe?
Felipe, what's up, man? I'm just trying to scroll down. So this is his artwork, Mr. Flory. Yeah, about that gallery, man. I think I'm gonna get some flack for saying this, but I think they're better than Mondo, right?
Oh yeah, dude.
They're just
My
pumping
model's
out
gone like
amazing.
downhill.
You know what the hell are they doing? Did they get
I
bought
don't
out too?
know. They did? Oh, I didn't know that.
I haven't heard much about them lately. Like,
I thought they were bought out by Funko.
Oh,
I'm trying to look
man.
for. They were they were bought. I'm trying to look for if anyone has the link to the old trilogy one.
I got a bunch of Mondo prints in storage. I'll probably give those away for like our Christmas episode on the Spice Runners. We'll be like, you get a prize, you get a prize.
there you go.
Help me clean my storage unit.
Okay. All right, I found it. Oh wait, well, hold on. Let me see if I could post it right here.
Oh, did you find it? All right. I saw where Jeff posted in Spice Runners.
This damn light in my face.
Well, here's the sequel one. I'll show you that first. He's a sequel one. So it's Ray. Wow. I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. Sorry
They
to
look cool.
I like The Force Awakens. The other two, Last Jedi, don't even show me that one. But
okay.
What is the Last Jedi one? Is that like a tree she's looking at?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Jose Eva's going to do a Star Wars Oprah.
Well, here's the original trilogy one. So it's all about Luke.
Yeah.
See, those are dope.
Hell yeah.
Dude, all 3 of those I would take.
Dude, they're all badass.
Yes.
Jedi ones.
Dude,
Can you imagine having this all around your freaking room?
Yeah.
You got the prequels and this original trilogy. All right.
Yeah, that's nice.
Not gonna say anything about sequel, but well, anyway, there's something for the sequel fans. No offense, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it's not for me, but
all those are good. Wow.
Yeah, but just like the representation, right? Like when you think about New Hope, you think about Luke's, standing and looking towards the twin sons. You think about Empire Strikes Back. You think about him training in Dagobah, and Return of the Jedi. Return of the Jedi. He's facing Emperor and Vader.
Yeah, those are sweet.
Sweet, yeah.
Yeah, I'd have all 3 of those for sure.
Yeah, but yeah, so that's gonna take up a lot of a spot in my collection. So I don't know. I just have too much art prints. It's just the one thing with art prints too is that you can collect them and they're not too expensive.
Yeah,
they usually range from like $100 to $200, right? Depending on what size you're looking to get. But you could collect a whole bunch of them, and you could always have many portfolios and put them in the portfolios if you don't have the wall space for it.
I know I was actually in my portfolio this weekend and I was counting the empty spaces, how many prints I can buy. I was like, well, so I got like 30 extra. So I'm like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah. But yeah, I just, for me, it's just like, it's one of those things too. It's like right now with the way things are going with the amount of stuff being put out, I could always revert back to the original and the prequels, right? Just to pick up the stuff that I love from those movies, right?
Yeah.
Even The Mandalorian, even Rogue One. I think Rogue One is Disney's best work.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hands down.
That's fantastic.
It's one of the. I want to put it in my top 3, but I just can't because I'm at that age where I can't do it. But man, it is.
Yeah,
I love it. I love Rogue One.
Yeah, Rogue One, and I always say like when The Mandalorian, like that's the recipe. I think Rogue One was like the best recipe. But why is that? Is it because the director is a Star Wars fan?
Well,
Gareth Edwards.
But they did a lot of reshoots on that too, just to make it very cohesive, to make it what it is. They actually had to do a lot of reshoots and kind of tweak it. But you know what? That means they cared about it enough to put the time in. You know, these Disney series, they're just rushing them out, and just it is what it is. Because how many times when we were watching Book of Boba and then we're like, how did Favreau and them just watch this and go, yeah, this makes sense? You're like, it doesn't. This is what they do for a living.
Yeah, I just think too. All right, so I think with Rogue One, I forgot what the ending was. I think Vader was supposed to be in Scarif. The original ending was supposed for him to be in Scarif and killing the Andor and Jyn Erso.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
In Scarif, that was supposed to be it, but
it's too dark. Probably
it was probably too dark, and that's why they blew him up instead.
yeah,
it's even darker.
That's too dark. We're just gonna blow you up instead of your head rolling across the sand.
Yeah, we'll just hugging each other.
Yeah, hugging each other. But instead, that's why they also, I think too, is that the icing on the cake was Vader. I think they were very skeptical about putting Vader in that much. That's why originally they didn't have the ending of him chopping up the rebels. That was the reshoot right there.
Yeah, I'm glad the way they did it now, the way it is, because you just got just enough Vader, and then that end scene is just like, okay,
dude.
The thing is, when you see it, and then all of a sudden it's over, and you walk out of the theater, and what's in your mind? You're like, dude, we just saw Vader.
The theater I saw blew up, man. Everybody's like, ah,
yeah.
But going back to PJ's original comment, that's what Star Wars is about, right? That feeling, that excitement in the movie theaters.
Yeah. That's freaking awesome.
I mean, I get goosebumps. I actually got goosebumps right now talking about it. I remember, man, I remember the whole time I'm like, please. I was actually throughout the whole movie, every time I saw Vader, I'm like, oh man, that was only a little bit of him. And every single time, in my mind, I was like, oh, please, come on, Vader. You got to come in and kick ass. Come on. I got to see you. I got to see you kick ass. Because we haven't really gotten that, right?
Yeah.
As we saw Vader sort of kicked ass in the original trilogy, right? But he was always facing Luke.
Yeah, but they did it perfect how they linked Rogue One with A New Hope, with Vader coming in there kicking ass, them getting the plans off. It was perfect. It was perfect.
Yeah,
love it.
I don't know. And here's my last question to you guys before we wrap things up. If Kathleen Kennedy came up to you and said, all right, Eben, and then we'll go to Sean. Eben, all right, man, we need you to be in charge of the next Star Wars movie. Because that's basically the theme of this episode right now, this podcast episode is, we haven't gotten a Star Wars movie in a long time. So if Kathleen Kennedy went up to you, Eben, and said, Eben, I need you to make the next Star Wars movie, what would it be?
All you're gonna see is the face of Darth Revan.
Oh, snap!
That's it. Yeah, drop it right there.
All right,
Old Republic, man.
Yeah,
I would tell that story. Yep.
All right, awesome. It would just be like the movies, or the video game, or would it be a little different?
It'll be inspired by the games, but of course, some of the stuff from the books. Got to use some of the lore, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, you're going to kind of combine everything to give the fans what we wanted, right? What we want.
Those that don't know who those characters are, too, give them some kind of a background.
Yep.
Okay, so all right, Sean, let's go to you.
Old Republic.
Old Republic too?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've always said it. I'm like, why can't they make that? Because I didn't read a lot of the books, but I know enough about it where I'm like, I need to know more. And I don't care much for reading, so I'd love to watch it. So yes, Old Republic.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if we're tasked to give this, say you haven't watched the Old Republic, you haven't played the game, or you haven't read too much, what would your course of action be to produce this movie?
Well,
like
you gotta,
what who you're gonna like get to form your team to make this movie?
Oh man, like finding like a crew.
Yeah. Oh, I'm giving you guys the reins here. You know, I'm KK. Call me KK. So, well,
Man,
don't call me KK. Just call me PJ.
Filoni could probably. I don't know if Filoni could probably tell the story. He probably could.
He's got to. Yeah, he's got to be involved.
Yeah.
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 I don't know if I'll invite Favreau to the table.
Yeah, Favreau's too busy.
He's too busy.
Yeah.
Too busy making cooking shows.
Well, I could definitely say that's true. I could definitely say you guys are not going to invite Ryan Johnson to direct this movie, right?
No, but you
way.
could get the Gilroy brothers on the right help with the writing for sure. Because I mean, they did so good with the Bourne series.
Yeah.
But then like I said, you got a right-hand man that's sitting there leading him in, like, we need to make this feel like Star Wars with your writing. Like, I'm telling you, it'd be a great combination.
Yeah.
And you have to sign a contract, and Kathleen Kennedy is not allowed to have any input. Put that in.
She can't do anything.
Put that in writing.
She can't even watch the movie when it releases.
You're not even allowed to see the dailies. We're done.
Yeah. Well, it seems like everyone's going towards like the Old Republic, right? You know, and I think there's so much story. I think you could do so many things. You could do so many shows.
It's wide open, man.
It's wide open. And
no
you know
expectations.
What? No expectation. It's so far away, or so many thousands of years before the Skywalker saga that when you put it on screen, no one knows anything except for Revan and Malik, right?
Yeah, and Disney won't be in a hurry to kill off the characters.
I know, like, you know, and it just makes me wonder. It's like, who the hell, like, why, like, haven't they explored it? You know?
Yeah. That's why I made about acolytes. I'm like, well, they're giving us this, and it's great because it's Star Wars content, and it could be good, but there's just so much lore and other things that you can explore. I don't know what their rationale is when they come up with these ideas. I don't get it.
You know, when you said High Republic, my hope just went to the floor.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. It's the tail end of the High Republic, so that's why they're trying to set. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know. I really want to know, like, the contract that they signed, right? It seems like Lucas is like trying to create their own characters. They can't. It's like they can't explore the Old Republic. They can't explore. They're trying to crap on the.
That's what it feels like.
The sequel. I mean, the sequel. The legacy characters. Like, what's going on? Like,
Yeah,
it definitely feels
what they
like
signed
that.
up for. If they can't touch that IP, they can't mess with it.
Yeah, but right now, like, it's just, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of like Old Republic products being pumped out right now. So
It's a lot, dude.
Yeah. So I'm wondering, are they trying to like promote the Old Republic? What's going on? Like, but you're right. I really hope that they explore that. I'm in the same boat as you guys. I would kind of want or here's the thing. I would, for a TV show, I definitely would like a Darth Vader, like a limited series.
Hunting
show.
down the Sith. Or a Jedi, I'm sorry.
Vader down.
Like from the comic books. Like kind of like, just have Hayden back, and just kind of like explore the backstory and just like how he was mistreated by the Emperor, how he's trying to plot against like becoming the Sith Lord, the number one Sith Lord, or something like that, or have him struggle like with his actions of between light and good, right? How he misses Padme, and that's torturing him,
right? And then you meet Dr. Aphra too in the process.
So many things with that. But also for the movies has to be the Old Republic. Revan, Malik, so much goodness from that you could make more movies. You can pump out more TV shows. I think the writers, I would try to in terms of resources, I would definitely go into the video game and the MMORPG game that they have right now, because there's so much houses. It's almost Game of Thrones-ish, like. right? With all the different houses of the Jedi and Sith Lords and all these things. So I don't know. I just think we need that as Star Wars fans to see more lightsaber fightings, lightsaber,
Yes.
duels in the movie theater. I think that
Oh,
would just get our
yeah.
blood pumping as a
Oh
Star
yeah,
Wars
it'd
fan.
be amazing.
It'd be amazing, right? So
I was going to say, and write the entire trilogy all at once, so it's all cohesive. So you're
yes,
not going to jump all
Right.
over the place. Just be done
Yeah.
with it.
yeah,
Have a plan.
have a plan. And then I think director wise, man, that's Ron Howard. I don't know. I don't know if John Favreau can handle the task. I don't know,
No.
man.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know who would direct this movie. That would be interesting, right? So I don't know, guys, but I think there's a lot of good talk here.
Dreams.
I know. I really hope that Star Wars comes around. I'm not saying that it hasn't. It's slowly making its way around. I'm not saying Andor is a bad show. I think it's a good show. Honestly, I think it has its flaws like all the other shows. Right now, it's still being viewed as the least viewed TV show right now, Star Wars show right now. So I don't know. But yeah, I just hope that like I said, Disney comes around to do more good things in the future with Star Wars. So yeah. But what do you think? Less is good?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I think they're screwing up by just rushing everything. Like we were saying, like how Favreau probably wasn't that involved in the Book of Boba. It's because he's got so much on his plate,
Yeah.
Yeah. Less
So
is
busy.
more. Less is more.
Yeah, because he can't be in the Book of Boba and Mandalorian season 3 and Ahsoka.
Yeah, you think we used to wait every 3 years to see a Star Wars movie, and we're still Star Wars fans. It's like I don't need something every month.
No, I don't think so. Especially with the trilogies.
I would love it if it was all good, but it's not. So, that formula is not working.
Yeah.
Nope.
All right, guys. So I'm gonna wrap things up here, but before we do, I just want to say thank you to Eben the Collector.
Thank you
for hopping on.
Hey, thanks for having me.
This is a lot of fun. Can you please let our viewers and our listeners know where they can watch and listen to you?
So every Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, we have a show called Spice Runners Lounge on YouTube. You can just do the new @ symbol, Spice Runners Lounge, and you'll find us. Also Instagram, I'm on there as Eben the Collector. So I think most of the people in the chat know where I'm at. But if you've never seen me, I post Star Wars content on there. Sometimes I screw up and I put other stuff on there like Marvel and DC, but it's mostly Star Wars. So yeah, that's about it. I did open a Twitter account like the other day because I was doing the San Diego Comic-Con ticket buy. So
no, because the reason why I'm surprised is because there's a lot of people really like leaving Twitter because of someone buying that platform.
Well, the only reason I signed up is because we were doing a ticket buy for San Diego Comic-Con, and I needed to see the counts, but we didn't even get to that part because one of my buddies got 6-minute wait time and the other one got 39-minute wait time. So we bought all the tickets we needed.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Actually, for San Diego Comic-Con, it was weird. It was one of those where I'm like, oh shoot, it's going to be on sale tomorrow morning. I wake up, I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Every year I try, right? And again, no official word of Queen Studios is going yet next year. I'm sure they are trying to go, but I was like, I don't know if I'm, gonna go or if they're gonna go. So let me just try and buy the tickets. But then when I was getting in the wait room, like at 11 o'clock, 11 a.m. Eastern time, I was just like, whatever. Like, I'm not gonna wait this long. I'm gonna go towards the end of the wait time. So I logged back in around 11:45. And I'm like, I still wasn't enthusiastic that I was going to get the tickets. But next thing you know, I hop on. It says okay, you have 40 minutes to purchase your tickets, right? Or you're going to, your wait time is 40 minutes. So I'm like, I'm not going to get it. By the time it gets to me, it's probably going to sell out. Next thing you know, it changes. It moved me to like so many, like, I don't know, moved me by a lot. Let's just say that. Next, I was like, oh my gosh, 10 minutes before I could purchase tickets, I was like, what the hell? And then next, I got like the 5-day pass, which is kind of shocking because, I didn't. I don't know. It's just so weird how they do things. So
it is,
yeah.
man.
So I am going officially to San Diego Comic-Con. Either I'm going as a regular person or I'm working for Queen. Either one, I'm definitely going. So,
Nice.
yeah, I'm looking forward to hanging out with Eben and the rest of the crew, man. I think everyone's like, kind of excited that, we get to meet up again in a con.
Heck yeah.
So.
I was lucky. I actually found out that morning through George that the press passes got approved again. So.
Oh shoot!
I was like, oh shit, press pass.
Hell yeah.
But we still did the Comic-Con buy for some of the people that didn't get in from the returning sales.
Mm-hmm.
So we had a little like ticket buying party online, and everybody got their party. We even got Nicholas Rogue Empire tickets, first time ever going. So looking forward to that too.
Sweet, yeah. I got to make it out there one year.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, Sean. I told Sean like, if I get in through another source, I'll just sell you the ones I got from this last weekend's ticket sales. So
there you go.
Yeah, if I ever went, it'd probably be solo too, because my wife can only handle like one day of a con, and then she's like, "I'm done."
Oh,
Sean solo.
Yeah, right.
Sean solo.
Sean will be solo.
Yeah, but to be honest, like she could just hang, like, right, Eben? She could like hang outside the con. There's so many things to do.
Yeah, she can get the gas lamp, just chilling.
Gas lamp. Yeah,
but that's what like she's talking about going to ICC, and then
she is?
Yeah, my best friend and his wife are going to be in Kentucky, and they talked about going over. And she's like, "Listen, I'll go to the con one day." She goes, "Then we're all going to go hiking or do whatever." I'm like, "That's fine."
Oh, nice.
And then
but you're not hiking. I was gonna say,
no, come on.
I was like, you better not hike, Sean, and leave me hanging over there.
I'm not going anywhere, man. She's going hiking.
All right.
I'm all about. We're only there for 3 days, so yeah.
Eben, are you going to ICC?
No, it's actually the same weekend as my daughter's high school graduation.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
I kind of got to be there for that one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you have to.
And we've got press passes for that, so I'm still going to buy the VIP ones just because I want to get in early on that Friday and get all my autographs done.
Yeah,
that's the best part. You just get there Friday and it's VIP only, and then I think 2 hours later, if you've got press passes, you can come in, but just knock the autographs out. That's what we did this past year. And then Saturday, we just hung out.
The VIP passes are the best things ever made, man.
Dude, it's worth it. Yeah.
If I see them at any convention I go to, I buy them, dude.
Yeah. I've gotten like that going. Like we just went to Carowinds amusement park. I bought all the fast passes and stuff. I'm like, we walked on every ride. I think the longest I waited was 15 minutes. And I'm just like, every place we go, I have to have.
Doesn't that spoil you?
Absolutely. I love it.
Because I've been at a Halloween Horror Nights and we're like, I don't care how much it costs. I want to get through all the houses.
Dude, those tickets were not cheap this past weekend. Like, by the time you get fast passes and the general admission ticket, you're looking at over $200 a person. I mean, it was expensive.
Damn, that's a lot.
But I tell you what, it was worth every penny. And it was worth every dirty look they gave me when I walked right past them and got right on the front of the roller coaster.
Dude, that's why
it was worth it.
That's why I said, like, if I could get a fast pass, even if it's for Disney, man, I'll take it.
Well,
I just
honestly,
don't like waiting. Yeah,
we're older too, so I don't have the patience. I can't sit in a line for an hour or 2 hours. I'm like, screw that. I'm like, I can afford to buy it. I'm going to buy it.
Yeah, and every time I like you're waiting in line, it's all like I can see like the dollars like flying away
anymore. Nope.
Just because it's like, time is money. So you try to get the most out of your money by going to these like. But anyway, like, for the people like, watching and listening, definitely if you're considering like, going to a con this next year, definitely check out ICCC. It's Star Wars geared. So you definitely want to check it out if you're a Star Wars fan, just because, I think, with was that called, Celebration being overseas. I don't know if a
Yeah.
lot of people are gonna go to that, at least here in stateside. So I think this will be a good option, great option. I could say they usually have like great guests. I think they had Ahsoka, Ashley Eckstein, they had the Emperor last time.
Yeah, Anthony Daniels.
Anthony Daniels,
It looked like a good time.
Dude, it was awesome. It's so chill. It's so chill. Like
Right.
that's the best part. It's just laid back.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's getting big though. I mean, he had to get this new venue, and it's humongous.
Yeah.
And if you're a vintage Star Wars collector, this is the place for you because it's a lot of vintage stuff.
Yeah.
Is this the convention that Josh Pence was going like room to room?
Yep. They're still going to do the room sales and everything.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
dude,
looked like a good time.
Yeah, and then like the first day after the convention was over, everyone met in the lobby of the hotel and brought all their stuff and set up tables, and they did a lobby sale.
Oh wow!
And everyone's out drinking or getting, everyone's just having a good time, and it's a blast. It really is.
Yeah, but like I said, Eben knows, and Sean knows, like most of these cons, it's not just to only go to the cons and get, products and autographs and stuff, or to meet your favorite, Star Wars,
some spice,
spice, but it's about just hanging out with your fellow collectors and Star Wars fans, right? Like, right. I've been like, even in Celebration, that's the best part. That is the best part.
Mm-hmm.
And how awesome that'd be if I could, sit at a bar and, sitting next to all these Star Wars, collectors and people in the chat. Actually, far from Death Star, I met up with him in Celebration in one of the bars, and he was nice enough to buy me a drink, man. It was so nice to share a drink with him, so things like that, man. So just what makes it so special. But to wrap things up, thank you for Eben the Collector for hopping on the show.
Finally we got him
after so many tries, right? But I'm so happy that he hopped on the show. Please check him out at Spice Runners Lounge and all the other handles he mentioned, including Instagram and Twitter, which is a huge surprise.
Got a Twitter.
Everyone's jumping out of Twitter, but Eben jumped in.
My Twitter's just gonna have a bunch of nonsense in it. I put just nonsense in there.
Yeah. So, but yeah, thank you, Eben and Sean. Another one in the books. We got the 100th episode coming up.
Yeah, next week.
We got to plan that out. We got to make that very special.
Okay.
So we'll definitely do some planning for that. We definitely have some giveaways from Spec Fiction Shop. Also, I might have some stuff to give away too as well. So, but yeah, thank you guys for watching and listening. And always remember, may the midichlorians be with you guys always and forever. Okay, which outro we're doing?
You did it again. You better
the wrong one. Oh my, Sean, you gotta delete that, dude. It's Darth Maul getting. By the way, is Darth Maul getting chopped in half?
That's short, sweet, nice.
How dare you, Sean? Okay.
Yeah.
Later.